So there is a situation going on between a young couple who was a young couple, and they've enjoyed sharing their life on TikTok, and each to their own. And I could tell from a mile apart what this relationship was going to turn out to be like. The young lady, I don't know enough about her. I haven't literally been following every single thing about her. Same with whoever is on her page. Now, the reason I want to make this video is because there are a lot of people who go through similar relationship challenges like this. It doesn't have to be just teen parents. It doesn't have to just be people who are having a family. It is often a couple between a dude and a lass, and there is some type of major downfall. And I wanted to just not involve myself, obviously, because that's not going to be a good sign, but I wanted to chip in and help anyone who might be going through a similar situation, and it doesn't matter what end you're on. So I was literally just on a phone call with my own brother, asking him the same questions that I'm about to kind of ask you, and that basically is, what is change? Like, literally, what is that? And so what change is, if you go back to one of my just recent videos, I basically explain what that is. It means change is going from A to B. And the thing that triggers this A to B is either you stop doing A because B equals the absence of A, or you do something that causes B. And in this young couple's case, the thing that's brought about B, like, I don't know what's happened, there's a lot more behind the scenes, but in this instance, the dude, who is now the ex, as far as I'm aware, has leaked the address of his now former partner. Now, if you were doing some dumb shit like this IRL, here's what you can do. If you are on the dude's side, we need to understand that the whole reason change happened has nothing to do with the other party. The reason change happened is because we did or didn't do something that caused us to go from A to B. And so if you want to fix things, if you want to make things right, if you want to reverse this dumb shit, you have to either stop doing B, because that's where we're at now, or do something else to get to C. Now, obviously, this sounds like no-brainer for most people, maybe. But the thing about this is, if you really want to change the other person's perception, if you want to get back on good fucking terms with the other party, then you need to stop doing dumb shit. The reason we've moved from A to B is because we made the other party feel threatened. Like, how dare you post someone's address? Because obviously that person's going to be feeling threatened. Obviously, we must have done something on our end. If you were the guy in that situation, you must have done something. You must not have had any foresight. Or if you did have foresight and you knew what you were doing, then obviously it just makes it a lot worse. And the best way to I don't want to say come clean, admit your mistakes per se, but you do want to apologize ASAP. You want to make things right. Things are not going to be crystal clear, perfect straight away right off the gate. But you do want to start making the change now. If you want to move from a new A to B, you have to start embodying and becoming the change now. If that means being sorry now, if it means being the complete opposite version of you now, you just keep following through with that. And over time, maybe things will get better. I can guarantee you that they will not get better if you continue to remain in the trajectory that you're currently sitting in. If you keep on justifying yourself and blaming the other party for your shortcomings, this is only going to aggravate your own emotional suffering, to be honest, as the dude. As the lass, she's obviously doing what I think is the right thing in this case. I'm not here to judge, because she seems mature. She seems like she's on top of things. And this is kind of another thing about being in a toxic relationship is, if you are the man and you're not on top of things, you've left all that masculinity on your partner, for example. You've neglected your duties, and this neglect, not doing something, in itself transitions you from A to B. If we were on the lass's side, now most people, when there's all this heat, when there's all this anger, this resentment, this tit-for-tat retaliation, It's very hard to want to make any amends. It's very difficult to see past your nose in a sense. Now, I don't have any beef or judgment with the lass, right? The mother. Now, with her, right? If you wanted to, like, it's completely understandable why you would do whatever you do, right? But if she was to seek out some type of reconciliation, if she was the one pursuing this, she would have to kind of do the same thing for the guy. The guy is feeling threatened on his end. He's feeling, insecure. And so rather than aggravating, and I know that she's not really doing that per se, it really is more in his own head. But if she was to, not tiptoe around that, but if she was to adjust herself to that, she might be able to understand where the other party is coming from, her ex-boyfriend, etc. Now, if you want to see the science behind what I'm talking about, essentially there's a lot of negative emotions and beliefs that are playing out in our heads. These emotions are cycles. You can see the picture of the cycle there. It has at least 2 components, and each cycle has an internal and external component at the bare minimum. And what happens, these cycles, they keep spinning around, everything just keeps on escalating, and these cycles have ripple effects. Just like when you throw a pebble in the water, it just ripples back out. And then, like echo relocation, it echoes back to you. And you keep on internalizing that information, and then you keep on externalizing that information, and the cycle continues because we keep on excrementing and internalizing, and the cycle continues. Now, if we actually want to fix the massive drama that's happened, if you're going through a breakup, if you want to get your ex back, if you want to make some new friends, I don't know what it is you're going through, getting on good terms, stopping the downfall of dumb shit, you have to remove the major contributing factor, the true cause in the cycle. You have to remove the component in the cycle, and that's going to be in your internal control. And replace that with something else. If you still don't understand what I'm saying, you cannot sit in 2 chairs at once. That's basically it. So either you keep doing the thing that you're doing or not doing, and you keep sitting in that chair, or you change chairs. Now, when it comes to manifesting a different reality, changing into a different outcome, this is going to take some significant time, healing, repairs, etc. So to be honest, the best cure is prevention. Let's be real here. Prevention is the best cure. So now that we're in this, these people, and a lot of people out there who go through the same thing, now that you're in this mud, it's like we shouldn't have been in the mud in the first place, see? But it's too late now. So what do? We just go through basically what I've just instructed you. And the reason I bring all this up is because it's very passionate. I'm very passionate about this. I'm very passionate about resolving conflict. I'm very passionate about relationship, conflict resolution, and things like this. Because I've gone through a lot myself. And I have wanted to change for a long time. And this is kind of a formula in how the mechanics of change operate. And it can be very frustrating when you're in the dark. It can be very frustrating when you don't know. It can be very frustrating when things just keep on spiraling out of control and keep on getting worse. So in this case, if I was the guy, I would, first of all, apologize ASAP. I'd also keep my mouth shut most of the time. And I'd also do everything I can to work in favor of the lass, because she's been hurt, she's feeling extremely threatened, she may have to move house, etc. You need to, and basically if she doesn't want to share anything with you, you have to accept that, You have to be comfortable with that. If you were the lass, let me think for a moment. The process is technically the same. I don't really want to get too much into it, but the process that I've revealed to you is technically the same. If you were open to reconciliation. I imagine that during a breakup per se and all this shit, people generally aren't open to reconciliation like this. You've got to stop painting your partner or your ex as a villain and start seeing them as human, essentially. This is kind of the secret. My name is Genova Televa. Thank you for watching.